Welcome to the A.T.M note, where you deposit awareness and withdraw clarity. First, I'm going to start by saying I really don't feel like I know what I'm doing. And that's mainly because I don't trust myself to believe in what I'm doing. Like, the whole purpose of me starting the brand was to, empower ambitious people like myself to have a wealthy mindset. And everything that I'm doing is just me showing and documenting my growth as a person, my growth as, a leader. And I really don't necessarily feel like I am a leader. But then when I look at all the situations that I've been in and I look at everything that I've done, I've basically been a leader in some shape or form. And not saying I want to be a leader, not saying I choose to be a leader. I'm mainly saying that no matter what room I step foot into, and it's like I have control over that environment. Like my energy, the energy that I put into that room is the energy that may be in that room until I leave type shit. Like, and I never really thought about it until basically now. Never really thought about, how I make a difference in people's lives, because I've always doubted myself because of, my life, the things that I've done, the things that I've seen, the things that I've been around. And then also, just even the position that I'm in now. It just feels like there's no real direction. But for me, I feel like I'm also on a path that I don't realize I'm on. Like, God's been talking to me in so many different ways, but mainly through other people. And that's like what I've learned about, God and everything is like, He's gonna communicate with you, or the higher power is going to communicate with you in some shape or form. It may not be in the way that you're expecting it to be, but he's speaking to you, he's talking to you, and it's only on you to pay attention to those signs and pay attention to the things that are happening around you and have the awareness to know that he's talking to you. Now, I didn't say that for this to be a spiritual conversation, for this to be, because honestly, I built this brand to stay away from politics, to stay away from spirituality, stay away from that. And it's not because I don't believe in God. It's not because I don't give him all the recognition that he deserves. It's just because I understand that not everybody wants to hear that shit. And I'm speaking from experience. When I was younger, I grew up in the church. I grew up in the church. I got my ass beat for not wanting to go to church. Like, like it was pushed on me. And I'm pretty sure, when I do post this, some people may feel some type of way, bro. And I honestly, at this point in my life, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care what people want from me. I don't care because I've gave a fuck about how everybody thought of me my whole life. Now it doesn't even faze me, bro. Like you can like I've learned that everybody has a different piece of me in their mind. Like, for example, like when I was a kid, I was bad as fuck. I was bad as hell. Like I, I was just out of control. I'm not gonna go into all that, but I was definitely out of control. And that's how some people still see me to this day. Some people still see me as if, I'm just this problem child or I just can't get right. Some people see me as a good individual, a loving, caring individual. Some people some people don't even know me for real. You feel me? But at the same time, I don't care. But back to basically what I was saying was like, I was pushed in the church, grew up in the church, you know, taught God, but I wasn't old enough or grown enough to even realize or recognize what was really going on around me. And I'm not saying what they were doing or what anybody was doing was bad. I'm just saying I didn't have the understanding and I didn't have the knowledge and wisdom to know what the fuck was being told to me. Now, as I get older, I see things a lot differently. I think completely differently. I do things completely differently. Like just the fact that I'm even sitting here saying these things is different. Like I've been watching a lot of my videos, noticing like I can't even sit here and look into the camera. I can't even sit here and completely lock in, but I can express what I'm thinking way better than what I used to be. Used to be able to. Like I said all this to say like God's real and I believe that, I know that. It's not like anybody can sit here and tell me, oh no, no. Hey man, all I can tell you is find out for yourself. Find out for yourself. Pay attention to the signs that's going on around you. The devil's gonna always attack you. Shit, he's been attacking me these last few days. I'm not gonna lie. Low keys, he's been winning. But at the same time, I feel like I'm in my Job season, bro. Like Job had to be patient, had to lose. He had to lose. He had to take some L's. He had to take some losses. He had to take some real losses. But at the end of the day, he had the mental strength to know that the shit's bigger than him. The shit's bigger than him. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I feel. It's like the shit that I'm doing, the things that I'm doing is way bigger than me. Has nothing to do with what other people think of me. It's for people who are in my position, who feel how I feel. Everything that I've done is a transfer of energy. It has nothing to do with me wanting you to feel bad for me. It has nothing to do with me wanting attention. It has nothing to do with none of that shit, man. And that's what I really feel like I've been lacking with actually showing people and getting people to understand what the brand is really about. Ambition of Millions, bro, it started off in my mind, as, the desire to get all the money. so you can apply the muscle, bro. Because I understand money is a tool, bro. You get money, and you can impact the world. And but then I also, now ambition in millions is the process of just adjusting the mind and applying the mechanics needed to become who you want to become, who you are. Simple. It's that simple. Because that's all I do is think, 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 overthink everything. But I really think that's my greatest strength, is to be able to think and look past what other people may see on the surface. I look past the surface. I look way deeper than bro. Motherfuckers look at me like, there's people today that either look at me as if I'm still the same person I was when I was 15 years old, and then there's people that look at me as this big-hearted, kind person. And the crazy thing about it is, I don't look at myself as neither one. I don't look at myself as a kind-hearted person, because I'm a fucked up individual, bro. Like, and I don't mean it as if, like, I don't really care for people, but at the end of the day, bro, it's fuck everybody. Like, because it's always been fuck me, from my point of view, anyways. Other people may say otherwise. I'm really in that mind state of fuck it, man. Like, and it's a bad mind state, but it's a good mind state, because then I could do the things without thinking. Like, for example, what I'm doing right now, bro. It's fucking early in this fucking morning. I ain't never up this early doing shit like this, bro. I'm not. I am literally fighting mentally. Been fighting mentally for the longest, but now I've learned to express it better than what I used to. Before, I used to crash out, bro. I used to fucking, bruh. If I really told my story, and like, I'm not saying I have a better story than anybody else in this world, because motherfuckers been probably in worse positions than I ever been. All I'm saying is that feeling is the same in all situations. Don't matter how you put it. And that's really what I understand, is like the feeling, the emotion, the compassion, the anger, the rage. I understand that shit, bro. I understand. Hurt people. Simple as that. And I ain't gonna say I'm hurt, because I'm far from it. I would say I'm healing, because, boy, I'm definitely healing. But I truly don't even know the real reason as to why I'm even saying half this shit. But I know that it was meant for some reason. It's been on my heart. It's been on my mind to just speak, bro. And that's just what I've been learning, is that, you know, my story can be a testimony. It can be a testimony for myself, but it also can help other people, learn from me. Like, for example, I really struggled mentally, because for the last 5 years, 5 6 years, I've been struggling mentally, even worse than I was before. Because, like, so I got in this car accident, and it was a really bad accident, and it really caused me to most of my whole right side of my body is screwed. But I've been fighting tooth and nail to be stronger, to push every day, and everybody around me that I feel may actually give a fuck about me. They tell me, take my time, rest, do what's needed to heal my body, and I have, I feel, but I also been pushing, 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 because in my mind, there's no breaks. There's no breaks. There's no stop. There's no, like, for example, I've been posting for the last almost 6 months now, and didn't stop. Didn't stop. Not one day. I posted every fucking day. And just these last 3 days, I ain't post shit. I ain't post shit. And that's because, I felt like everything I was doing was pointless as hell. Everything I was doing was pointless. But it was like I felt like I lost the vision. I felt like the things that I was posting wasn't me. Like, it was me because everything that was said, I said it, I put it, like, I did it, me. So it's not like it wasn't me, but I wasn't comfortable in it. But back to what I was saying, like, I got in a car accident. It was bad, injured. My mindset though was screwed because I felt like I couldn't do nothing. I felt like no matter no matter how hard I pushed, I was getting pushed back down. I was getting smacked. I was getting hit. Like there wasn't a day where I could walk. There wasn't a day, like, it was hard for me. Like, I couldn't. I, I be inside even more now because of that. Like, I felt like me going out, I was gonna collapse. I was gonna fall on my ass. I felt like, and I didn't want people to see me in that. I didn't want people to see me weak. I didn't want that for myself, because I always grew to think and know that as a man, you have to be stronger. You have to be, you can't show weakness. There was no weakness. Like, and that's mainly because of the environments that I was in. Got locked up as a kid, in and out, going crazy. And in those environments, you got to protect yourself. You got to hold your own, and that's what I was on, bro. Like, you couldn't say shit to me without me crashing the fuck out, bro. Like, I was ready to hit the wall. Like, there was no sit the fuck down. So with that being said, like I said, my mindset was, I was weak. I'm soft. I'm a lack of a better word, but I'm a bitch, and I know I'm not that. I know I'm way stronger. I know I'm way better. I know that I am valuable. You get what I'm saying? I am the source that I've been looking for. And like, this brand is not meant to be motivational. And I've been noticing, that's why I had to take the little pause for the few days, because I don't want people to confuse this shit for motivation. This shit is not motivation at all. This is straight determination and grind, bro. Like, like I said, I do this shit all myself. Everything that I've said, everything I came up with myself. Like, so I don't want nobody to think that I'm just doing this for the likes. I'm doing this because it's bigger than me. I'm doing this for when I die. When that day comes, you know who I am. You know what I stand for. You know what I'm on. Because I feel like that's what people misinterpret about me, because they have some shape or idea of me in their mind, and that's not me. It's not me. I'm who I am, and you can't tell me who I am, and I'll always be me. And I'll have integrity for as long as I live. And I said all that to say, check your balance.